Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So over the past 6 weeks, 93 teams from over 53 countries participated in the Decentralized Impact Incubator. And 110 mentors volunteered their time and expertise to help them, and 44 judges participated in the reviewing process. Today, we are super proud to present to you the best of the best. And please join me welcoming our winner of the Democracy Challenge, Team Popchain.
Hi, everyone. My name is Valerie Dene Mack, and I'm joined by my teammate, Gail Gundin. And we are the Popchain team. So we believe that census data should not be exclusionary or discriminatory. Census data should reflect accurately everyone in our society. And this was not the original intention of the census when it was first created in 1790. But since then, a lot of things have changed. Today, census data is integral to the way our country operates. It's used for a lot of different reasons. So the major one is drawing congressional district lines, but it's also used to determine how over $600 billion in federal funds are distributed. Census data has an impact on our communities, on public policy. It has an impact on enterprises and how they operate and how small startups are born. The census is really vital to our nation, but it's also deeply flawed. And that's why we created Popchain. Because a citizenship question has not been on the decennial census for over 60 years. And there's real valid concern that the introduction of this question will lead to gross undercount for the upcoming census. And that's because a lot of people, including undocumented individuals, will be deterred from participating. We created Popchain because LGBTQ identities are not reflected on the census. And there have been organizations who have specifically requested to have gender identity and sexual identity questions placed on the census. This includes the Department of Housing and Development, the Environmental Protection Agency, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, and of course, LGBTQ rights activists who want to be acknowledged by the nation in a very concrete way. Currently, there is no accurate data that tells us how many LGBTQ people live in the United States. And that's harmful because organizations that rely on this information can't get it, and they can't provide the support that they want to those who are in need. We created Popchain because we believe that data privacy and security should be a basic human right. And of course, right now is a time where data privacy and security is on the forefront of everyone's mind. The traditional census doesn't offer any assurance that our information is going to be kept private and safe when we submit the form. And that's what makes the census untrusted, inaccurate, and ineffective. So Popchain employs the principles of the Open Census Protocol in order to solve these problems. The first is extensibility. So we're creating a census where individuals can propose new questions be added. Next, we have anonymity. By default, the Popchain census is anonymous for every submission. Then verifiability. Anyone should have the ability to verify the security mechanism that we're using. And finally, decentralization. We're using a decentralized method to maintain the census and ensure its security. So how did we get here? Well, we decided to start doing our research in Queens, New York. And Queens actually has a history of having unreasonably low census counts. In the past census in 2010, New York State actually lost 2 representatives in the House, and this is attributed to an undercount in Queens. So my teammate Gail, all right, I'm not going to play that because it has sound. But my teammate Gail was on the ground in Jackson Heights, Queens, and she was interviewing people off the street, really, but also people who are local leaders in the community, people who are elected officials, and public servants. And from these conversations, we learned that we actually have a unique opportunity. We can partner with community organizations who will benefit from our data collection process and services, and in turn, we'll have the best access to the people who are really underserved and undercounted. So this allows us to distribute the Popchain census on the ground. In building these relationships and establishing trust with these people, that was one of the most difficult things of the 6-week timeline that we had. But it was also one of the most valuable because we really got to understand who our users are, what are their needs, what are their pain points. It gave us motivation and it gave us intention as we went through our design and development process. And it led us towards technological solutions that are accessible and truly inclusive. So how does it work? Well, we're creating a progressive web application, which means that it can run on any computer or smartphone. And in addition, we're building an SMS-based interface so that anyone with a traditional flip phone can submit the census as well. The way this works is we're using digital identity services such as Uport. So with this service, someone can log into our platform, and from there they submit their census form completely anonymously. Once they're done, this data is encrypted and sent to the Ethereum blockchain. Once we've collected all the results across the nation, we decrypt the data, we aggregate it, anonymize it, and generalize it, and then publish this freely to everyone online. We also provide a subscription-based API so that government agencies and companies can get deeper insights that can help them make more informed decisions. This was a long 6 weeks, but it was really rewarding, and we really got to understand how blockchain technology can be used in untraditional forms. So we believe that by using this technology, we can provide undercounted and underrepresented people with the tools that they need to submit to a national census in a way that just currently isn't possible. We're empowering people with our technology, and we hope that we'll be able to work with you and collaborate with you all too, so that you can drive this mission forward. I want to give a huge thanks to the Blockchain for Social Impact team, to Sophie, one of the organizers of the team as well. Thank you so much. We had great mentors through this process, and we're really happy that everyone supports this mission that we have to create and reinvent the census using blockchain tech. Thanks so much.